Welcome back to Mr.YouWho, or as we say in Australia, g'day mate. Really excited to have you back again. Well, Stone the Crows, we're back again for another Mr.YouWho watch review. So building on the success of our other watch reviews, we've had a lot of requests to review the Naviforce Watch. So great news today, not only will we be reviewing the Naviforce Watch and the brand, we'll also be looking at three of the most popular Naviforce watch brands. The key question being, should you buy it? Or even, should you own it? So before we decide whether to give this watch the big Mr.YouWho tick of approval, there are 5 things we'll be scoring today in regards to Naviforce Watch. So number 1, what is the quality of the watch? Number 2, what is the functionality of the watch? Number 3, is it good value? Number 4, should I buy it? And number 5, finally, what do you think of the watch overall? So we'll be scoring each of these at 5 out of 5. Now, before we dive in, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if during the video you like the Naviforce watch, we'll also have links in the description below to buy. So now let's look at the Naviforce watch at Mr.YouWho. So the Naviforce watch is part of a series of reviews we've done on Mr.YouWho, including the Liege, current, and smart watches, as you can see here all around us. Now all these watches have different benefits, which we go into in the reviews. So who are Naviforce? So they've been around since 2012 and were originally specializing in military watches, very much like the Navy SEALs. Since then they have developed fashion and sports watches along the way. They have a range of dozens of different watches, as you can see here, all with their distinctive design. And having a look at the reviews of these watches generally, customers are generally very positive of Naviforce, the brand, and their watches. But let's us decide what we think by looking at 3 of the most popular Naviforce watches with Mr.YouWho. So Naviforce 9182. So as you can see here, the Naviforce 9182 is a great looking watch. It's a sports watch as well. The stainless steel design is backed by an analog and digital display, which really makes the watch stand out. The watch itself, though, is 30 meters water resistant, so I wouldn't recommend it for being in the water. For example, I wouldn't wear it in the shower. It's a fairly large watch as well. It has all the basic features you'd expect, such as calendar, date, time, timer, and snooze button. And the feedback on this watch has been overwhelmingly positive, with one site giving it 4.9 out of 5-star reviews for several hundred reviews. The only feedback I would say, though, is the packaging is fairly plain. You don't get the packaging that you saw earlier in the video. And you expect for a watch like this, I would have better packaging such as Liege. Also, Naviforce do say their watch comes with a 1-year warranty, although I couldn't see online where the service centers were where you could do this. That being said, though, the rate of faulty items seems quite low, and I really don't see any reason to be worried about the watch not working. So yeah, I really recommend it. Okay. Now the next Naviforce watch we're going to look at is the Naviforce 9153. Now as you can see here, this is really a striking watch. It is a very well built watch with a lovely design. I love how Naviforce have put the date, time and days in digital as well as analog display on there. It has the knobs around the watch that really look good, and it's also not too large. Again, similar to previous watches, it has a really good quality feel about it. Also, the watch has a backlight, which enables you to see the time a lot easier. The key challenge, though, is a very heavy watch at 152 grams. It's a lot higher than a lot of other watches I've looked at. That being said, though, it's still quite comfortable. Now, again, compared to the previous watch, it's much more of a fashion watch to be worn out when out and about. And reviews have been overly positive, with thousands of 4.8 out of 5-star reviews on the watch. So people have really liked it. Well, I hope so far you can see this is quite an impressive watch brand. So we'll be giving the final Mr.YouWho verdict shortly. But as you can see, there are numerous other Naviforce watch brands that are out there and that they produce. We'll be doing some of them, a review of some of them in future reviews. So please make sure you look out for that. Now, as always, can you please let us know in comments what is your favorite watch above? We'll also have links to purchasing the watches below. Now for the next watch, we're taking a bit of a different direction. The next watch is a Naviforce leather band watch, the 8134. As you can see, it's a really cool leather band watch. It has a really cool design. You have the calendar, stopwatch, clock, with both a quartz and digital display. In this case, the watch can be used for sport or when going out. And again, a lot of feedback online is fantastic from this. It also has much more subtle design than the last two watches. But then again, depends on your preferences. Again, I really rate this watch highly. A lot of reviews giving it 5 out of 5 stars. We've tried ourselves and actually have loved it. So what about Naviforce itself? Would we give it 5 out of 5? Is it that good? Well, let's start. How good does it look? 4 out of 5. While the watch has a striking design and is really well presented, the one thing that lets it down is the packaging. You would think with a watch of this quality, they'd put a bit more effort to having some nice packaging. What about the quality? 4 out of 5. The overwhelming majority of reviews for the watch are positive. And for the low price point, it provides a strong, sturdy quality watch. Functionality. 4 out of 5. A good variety of different watches with many different functions means there is a good functionality across the watch range. Now what about value? 5 out of 5. For the money, this is an excellent watch to get. Now 4 out of 5. Should I buy it? Absolutely. We recommend this watch highly. You won't go wrong getting this watch at a low price point. Now, Mr.YouWho, 4 out of 5. So much so that I'd say this is probably one of Mr.YouWho's favourite budget watches in this price range. Naviforce have gone to a lot of effort to make sure a good quality watch is presented for you, and we really like it. You won't go wrong owning it. So thank you again for joining Mr.YouWho. We have a playlist of other watch reviews. Look out for our other videos. And again, thank you for your support. It's really appreciated. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, put your comments below. And thanks again for joining us here at Mr. You.